for you. Last year you go 6-5. You double the win total from the past 2 seasons. You win your first sectional game in a few years. How enjoyable was last year, just kind of seeing all the hard work pay off?
Well, it was just it was satisfying to see the hard work the kids have put in and see it come out successful. I thought our team chemistry grew as the season went on, and it was a big part of that. And it just kind of laid the groundwork for what we want to accomplish next year, this year.
And with that, as you try to build off it, what does this year's group look like?
I think we're going to be a fun to watch team. We've had a really good summer. The kids have been in the weight room, the conditioning part of it. We've had a great attendance. Our O-line and D-line, we returned a lot of kids on both those lines, which was a big deal. We don't have to worry about teaching them as much. And those kids have been together for a while. Both these guys. Cameron starting his third-year quarterback. Garrett starting his 4th year on the O-line. And it just makes they're more familiar with our terminology, and it just made things easier as the summer progressed.
And you talked about some of that experience. You have some seniors in the backfield as well. If you can talk about that position.
Yeah, we have Greg Bays is going to be a senior running back for us. He's a shifty little kid. He does well out of the backfield also as a receiver. Our fullback position, Aiden Sauer and Caden Winter both. Our kids are hard-nosed, know the system. And then our receiving cores are kind of new, breaking those kids in. Cameron's ran the offense now for his 3rd season, so I think, again, he's like having another coach out there. He does a really good job of just being able to come over and now tell us, okay, this is not working, we need to do this. So it's been a great summer installment.
We'll go with Cameron. Mentioned 3rd straight year kind of running the offense as quarterback. Just how much more in control do you feel heading into this year, maybe comparing to the past year or even 2 years ago?
Well, just playing, just the summers and showing up, it's just really has got you familiar with it, and coming, looking at playbooks and just studying it and just knowing what you're supposed to do and then helping others around you. Just, it makes it all come easier to you.
Outside of actually playing the quarterback position, in what ways do you try to lead this team?
Just encouraging them to show up and do the best they can and live it up, because just being a junior now, and it just seems like yesterday I was a freshman coming in to play, and just live it up and play as hard as you can and make the most of it.
All right, we'll go with Garrett now. What do you like about this group heading into 2019?
Well, what I really like about this group is that they just show up all the time, and we work so hard, and we just have really good team chemistry. My freshman and sophomore year, I feel like we were really lacking on just communication and being a team, and this team that we have this year and last year, we're just all really close, and it's just makes everything just that much more enjoyable.
In what ways have you tried to build that team chemistry to get it to where it's at right now? Has it been just trusting each other more so on the field, hanging out more off the field? How have you built that chemistry?
Yeah, we have some pretty great seniors, and we just try and make everything team-oriented. Like, in the past, we just had, like, these senior traditions where the seniors go first, and the seniors are, the top dogs and stuff like that. We really tried to kind of smooth that out and make it more enjoyable for the younger kids, and that makes it a lot easier for everyone to hang out.
All right, other questions?
You guys get open with Tell City every season, and last year you played a 6-0 game that went to overtime. So should we expect more points or another defensive battle between the two? And then also, how is it opening week number 1 against your county rival as opposed to kind of easing into the schedule?
Our plan is for more points. That's what we're looking at. And less penalties. We felt like that kind of kept us out of the end zone last year a few times. It's kind of neat, I think. It's kind of a double-edged sword. It's neat. You get a lot of excitement. That first week is almost a playoff type atmosphere right out of the gate. And like I said, it is a county rivalry, so it takes your trips to Walmart are about twice as long when you come back. So everybody stops and talking to you about everything. So I think that's good. Kids get kind of a good atmosphere that first week. But then you always got to worry about a letdown too after that. So it's kind of a double-edged sword as far as the coach goes. I think the kids like it. But it's I like that. When I first moved into the first game of the season, I was a little worried, but now I kind of like it.
Where do you see, the Commodores kind of fitting in within your conference. 6-5 last year, as it's been mentioned, and trying to keep that consistency going.
Sure, I think our conference, the PLAC, is going to be pretty balanced this year. I think it's between Perry Central, West Washington, and Paoli. I think whoever has the best 2-game series is going to come out on top. But everybody in the conference this year, I believe, has rose their game up a little bit. So I think you're going to have to play every night. And I get that when I look at our schedule, it's the same way. I think we got a really competitive schedule this year, and it's going to make it good for playoffs because you're going to have to play every night. You're going to prepare every week, and I think that's going to be help us along.
And for the athletes, just winter conditioning, the summer workouts, what have you noticed in terms of improvement from you and your teammates, just whether it be on the field or in the weight room?
Especially over this summer, it's just been so much more consistent with kids consistently showing up, and that goes back to just seniors and juniors trying to be leaders on the field and just make it more enjoyable for the younger kids because they make all the difference. Like, our scout team is so important to prepare for that week, so if they're not good, then we're not going to be that good and prepare for the games. So they just have to understand, like, everyone on the team is really important. That's just made it so much better.
And just everyone, getting these younger kids to show up, it's making them that much stronger. And when you're lifting weights, you're strengthening parts of your body to keep it from injury, and just keeping your whole season intact and keeping your hopes up for sectionals and the playoffs.
And then for the players too, it was mentioned, the sectional win last year. This might have already been asked, but just having that kind of under your belt now going into this year, how crucial is that, be knowing that you've done it before, now you can do it again, maybe extend that run even deeper?
Well, let's just say the expectations are high now because we know what that feeling feels like to win a sectional game, and I really want to get back to that, especially. I think we all do, so just trying to improve every season.
Winning that game, it's just the feeling just still in me, and it was unfortunate that only the one game, but I just want to keep it going as long as possible.
All right, Cameron, heading into your third year as starting quarterback, you're in control of a lot on Friday nights, and we've asked the previous teams this question, but do you have one thing you have to do before the game on Friday, like a superstition or anything you've done over the past years?
Not really, but it's just with the whole team, we have to keep our locker room clean. That's one thing, is helmets in the top rack, you're hanging up your jersey, putting your shoulder pads, just keep staying clean, yeah.
We started a new tradition this year. They painted a Commodore man. You can see it on our logo on our locker room floor, and no one is allowed to step across it or step on it on game days. Just kind of like a little superstition kind of thing. So I just think that's pretty neat.
What about a game day playlist? Any certain type of music you have to listen to, or a favorite song on Friday nights?
Well, we have a few seniors that come up with different playlists every week, and it gets pretty interesting sometimes. They listen to hard rock or rap or just pump up music. It really depends on what they want to do with it.
Coach, what's your favorite song? No, what would you want to hear on a playlist?
I'm an AC/DC guy, but it's like you said. Anytime you walk our locker, it could be AC/DC or Hank Williams. So it's like, it just depends on what day.
You guys ever let Coach control the playlist, or is it only players?
Only players, but we try not to do anything too crazy because we get in a lot of trouble if we make it a little inappropriate. So try and keep that down.
They do good.
Any final questions for Perry Central? All right, thanks guys. Good luck this year.